So this is a video that I released January 7th, 2019. So 4 years ago. Unfortunately, it was banned. It was on my old channel. And I debated on whether or not I should put it back up. But I felt the Lord told me to put it back up on my new channel. So I decided to just re-upload it and change the graphics. And here it is, as I recorded it 4 years ago. I had this dream early December. I did record it, but the sound quality was so bad I had to re-record it again. In this dream, I was in another dimension, but the feeling that I had in this dream, it felt like it was something that I lived before. I'm not even going to attempt to try to explain that. But definitely it was a dream that I did not release because it was another dimension. But God has called me for it to release these dreams. And I'll put a video in the description box where I explained that and what all this means, in case you haven't seen that video. So anyway, in this world, it was very futuristic looking. And it definitely was not like the earth. It was real futuristic looking. And the people had different types of abilities. And the way that the abilities worked, you had to live a very saved life. You had to not have any cracks in your facade in terms of salvation, because we used the helmet of salvation to fight the enemy. And there were enemies, and they also had superpowers as well. It started off, and I was with this in some kind of department, and I saw it was mostly women working there. And we were like women, like warriors. And it was men that worked there as well, but I did see mostly women. And then we had to go out. I had to take a team out to fight this villain. We got some kind of alert that this villain was out. And so I took a lady and one other guy, and I was the leader of this team. And as we're going to fight this enemy, I was telling them how important it is to be saved, to make sure they don't have any cracks and, in their and cracks in terms of sin, not having any sin in. And I was also telling them how God is no respecter of persons. And I knew, again, it's the same God. It's the same God, because I've had people ask me that. Is it a different God? It's always the same God that we have on this earth. It's the same God, same Jesus Christ, same. And so I was telling them the importance of how God doesn't have any respect to persons for all of the heroics that they've done in the past and everything like that, that they have to be saved. They have to live a saved life to go out and fight these villains like this. And in the dream, the guy that was on the team, he had been liking women, and there's nothing wrong with liking women, but he started to sin. He started to have ungodly thoughts. And in the dream, it felt like he might have been masturbating as well. So we go out to fight this villain, and we were super fast. I mean, we were like lightning speed, and we could fly, and we can jump really high. It was really amazing. But the villain had all kind of different abilities as well. And he had a sidekick with him that was really an apprentice. Like he was teaching her, and she was learning. And so we're fighting him, and he's throwing energy balls, some kind of balls of light at us. And he was unable to hit me and the girl because we was just super speed, because we were righteous. We were in right. Righteousness means in right standing with God. That's what it means. And so he couldn't hit us, but he hit the guy. He wanted to kill the guy, but he wasn't able to kill him. He wanted to kill the people of God in general. But he turned the guy into some kind of creature, because once he hit you with those energy balls, it turned you into some kind of creature, into different types of creature. The dream let me see that it was different creatures that he could do. So he turned him into some rock creature that looked like that rock guy off Fantastic Four. But except for being regular size, the man turned into a giant rock creature. And me and the female, we flew up to him because he was a really nice, sweet guy, wonderful guy. He just let sin get in. And we was just comforting him and showing him compassion and telling him it's going to be okay, and we're going to be with him and for him. We're going to be his friends. But I had a knowing in a dream that him being a rock creature was going to prevent him from getting the woman or whatever he wanted. And it was also going to take a long time for him to be back to himself again. It was going to take us a long time to get him back. And so we was just comforting him and everything like that. And then the dream, we went back to fighting the enemy. So I know that what the Lord was showing me in this dream is basically the importance of being in right standing with him, not giving the devil an inch. You know, the Bible says don't give any place to the devil, because I was shown, you know, the importance of if we had done that, then the enemy would have got one over on us. And I know people have a lot of different questions about all of these dimensions and things like that. And I had people asking me a lot of questions. You guys, I release to you what the Lord gives me. I don't have all the answers as well myself. You know, I've had people ask me, well, did Jesus die on every dimension? I don't know that. He has not revealed that to me. But I do know that these dimensions, they serve the same God, the same Jesus Christ. And I have seen Jesus in quite a few dimensions, to be honest with you, and it's the same face. His hair sometimes will be different, and, you know, different hair color, different hair, and different outfits. I've seen that as well. Different heavens as well. Heaven is going to be beyond awesome, okay? So that's why we got to really pray and make sure that people don't go to hell, because they get to miss out on all of these different things. And in this dream, like I said, it felt like this was something that I actually did before I came to the earth. That's the feeling that I had. This is not the first time that I've had dreams that God sent me into the earth. I will put a video in the description box of another dream that I had like that, if I can find it. But I know I've dreamed this before, and I didn't release all the dreams that I've had like this, that God sent me into this earth. I'm not saying that everybody was sent into the earth, but the Bible does talk about how God knew us before we was born, before we was in our mother's womb. He knew us. And he literally showed me that I was alive and, you know, in heaven. And I was shown that. And I've also had dreams before that I lived before, and I would go to different dimensions and I would do work for God. And then I would come back. I just thought about it. I think I have 2 dreams I released like that. So I've been shown that a couple of times. And that's what this dream felt like. It felt like it was something I did before coming to the earth. So anyway, I love you all. And if you don't understand any of this, please take it to the Lord in prayer. God bless you all. Bye.